Everyone deserves a worthy rival. Ash has 𝙎𝙪𝙥𝙦, Marvel has DC, Nvidia has AMD, and I have Bandai-Namco. Though, admittedly, mine's a bit one-sided.
I don't even know who you are.
At any rate, it's weird because, as a Gunpla fan, I actually like Bandai, and Namco's classic library is full of nostalgia for me. But like that one couple in high school, two people that were cool apart just are, together. At least, recently. And you know what? Today I'm going to spare you all that like and subscribe and just hop right in. Or I would have had I not just mentioned it. Anyway, this all began for me in 2022. See, Elden Ring was all the rage, but I didn't play it right away. Instead, I wishlisted it and waited for a sale. Now, I should clarify this up front. I live in Taiwan and as such am part of the Southeast Asian region. And at that time, the game was listed as having English language support in my region. And why wouldn't it? Every previous From Software game had it up till then. And since we're here, let's just nip something in the bud. I have lived in Taiwan for quite some time. My Chinese should be pretty good by now, right? Yes it should, as my lovely wife reminds me every day. I make no excuses. But at the risk of overselling my abilities, if I'm being honest, could I do it? Probably yeah, but very, very slowly. Reading a character-based language is hard. And let's face it, when you're trying to relax, sometimes you just want to make things easier on your brain. Same reason my wife always turns on the Chinese subtitles despite being fluent in Chinese, English, and Japanese. And besides, we're here for a rant, and for that, we need conflict. Anyway, so when I saw Elden Ring go on sale, I scooped that bad boy up. Now, I didn't play it straight away as I was in the middle of something else, so a few months go by before I finally get around to playing it. So finally I download the game and boot it up. But, well, this is strange. No English. Now, admittedly, this is on me because I should have checked the receipt in my email as soon as I bought it. Had I done that, I would have noticed that it said Chinese-Korean version and could have immediately requested a refund with no problem. But I'm an idiot, and when I saw I'd received a confirmation email, I just set it to read along with various other promotional emails and went about my day. Alright, so I am well aware that I am 0 for 2 on the PlayStation refund policy, but hey, squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? Worth a shot. So I contact PlayStation and my request for a refund is denied. Fair, I was expecting as much. But in their reply, there's an interesting bit they mention in this little section here. It seems that I'm not the only one who has brought up this issue. And that's interesting because it seems Bandai Namco was left with a choice. Patch the game to include English language support as advertised, or simply change the listing and let PlayStation sort it out with customers. Guess which option they went with? But here's the thing, in my defense, while the main page was updated, the listing in my wishlist had not been. So I sent an email to Bandai Namco customer service asking if there was an update on adding English language support. And I even get a confirmation email stating that they have received my inquiry. But guess what? To date, they have never replied. So fast forward to 2023. Armored Core 6 is on the horizon and I am psyched, but there is one small issue. Nowhere on the PlayStation Store does it make any mention of language options. Now, I'd learned my lesson from the last time, so I wasn't about to purchase another From Software game sight unseen. So search and search I did, but nowhere did there seem to be any language options listed. Not on the app, not on the website, not on the PlayStation Store on the PS5, nowhere. It's not until I finally find a listing for the physical collector's edition on Bandai Namco's Hong Kong site that I find it. And literally, that was the only edition that had a mention of it. But anyway, Chinese only. Alright, so no harm, no foul. I'll just get the game on my US account. The end. But then one day, I'm perusing through the PlayStation Store and I noticed something. We love Katamari reroll. And what's this? No English? Well, that's weird. I could have sworn Katamari Damacy rerolled supported English. And turns out, it did. And it only supported English. Okay, so this is really odd. A game and its sequel supporting two completely different languages. One of them being neither the language of the local store, nor the company that actually made the game. Which of course immediately reminded me of Elden Ring and Armored Core. Wait. Weren't those two games also published by Bandai Namco? So I go back. They were. Okay, well what about previous From Software titles? Sekiro, English language support. Bloodborne, English language support. Dark Souls 3, English language support. Alright, so it looks like the problem with those games wasn't From Software, but Bandai-Namco. And it's weird because this is a recent thing only. But then comes Shadow of the Erdtree, and this is where things really start getting weird. So it's been some time and I decided to double check to see if maybe by now they've finally added English language support. Basic Elden Ring, no English. Alright, but curiosity gets the better of me. What about just the DLC? No English. Alright, but why not? Premium edition. No, wait? English? Excitement begins to fill me, but no, it's buried in the description. Only the art book and soundtrack include English. Alright, fine. Well, we've already done this much. Might as well check out the deluxe edition, right? Yep, back to no. Wait. The PS4 version has English, but the PS5 version doesn't? What? Okay, so let me get this straight. Elden Ring does not include English, nor does Shadow of the Erdtree, but the additional content included in the premium edition does. However, if you buy the most expensive deluxe edition, you do get English, but only if you download the PS4 version of the game, not the PS5. It's another mess. What is this? So, I joke about it to our line group in Discord, but otherwise move on with my life. Which brings us to the present. So when I heard about Synduality, it seemed like a game that would really appeal to me. But then I saw its publisher. Still, somehow Bandai Namco had gotten Freedom Wars right, so I did have hope, and Synduality was listed as including English. However, after pre-ordering the game, I checked my receipt because now I've learned, and oh, wait, it's not English. So what did I do? I applied for a refund. And got it because this time I'd made sure I'd followed the policy. But here's the issue. To this day, Synduality is still listed as including English. However, if you want to buy Syn coins, they're only listed as compatible with the Chinese-Korean version, which is not the version available in the store, but is in fact the version you'll get if you buy the English included version because that's what's going to show up in your receipt. Get all that? Good. So what's going on at Bandai Namco? Now, a bit of a note here, this really only applies to Bandai Namco SEA. I've never had an issue with the US side, and honestly, I don't mind just buying my games there. I do prefer using my Taiwanese account when it is possible, like with Freedom Wars. It's just more convenient for me to get the game here. All I'm asking is they just list the games correctly in the first place, so I can just save myself the headache of knowing which store to buy it on. Also, as a bit of an epilogue here, because I am playing a US version of the game on my Taiwanese account, I don't actually have access to Syn coins, which is not a huge deal, but in all honesty, I actually did kind of want to pick up the Drifter's Pass. So I sent an email to Bandai Namco customer support asking if maybe there was some alternate way I could do that. And they said they would reply in 3 to 5 business days. Well, guess what? It's been over a week now, and no reply. Get your act together, guys. But anyway, thanks for listening to my rant. I hope I was able to keep you at least a little entertained. And leave us a comment on who your personal gaming rival is. Activision has always been a popular choice, though I do hear Ubisoft has been working hard to make a few enemies. Or maybe it's a franchise. I know there are plenty of love-hate relationships there. Anyway, we're here if you need to vent, and while you're here, why not just take out all that rage and viciously mash the like and subscribe buttons, because I'm pretty sure that's what they're there for. So with that, we are out, and hopefully we'll catch you again soon.